So once you've chosen your platforms, now it's time to create your content calendars. This is going to be your game plan of all of the marketing content that you're going to create, where it's going to go, and what it's going to say. So first, when we're doing this, we want to brainstorm our overall themes for the time period that we're looking at. Say we're looking at 1 month. Want to look at what holidays are in that month. Does it make sense for us to comment on those holidays, tie them into our products and services, or just acknowledge them? Seasonality. This fits for a lot of different businesses. So for jewelers, seasonality might be translate to calling out the birthstone of the month. For a plumber, we're getting to the time where de-winterizing your home is going to be happening. So that's something we want to be talking about in our content calendar. A big one right now for accountants, tax season. We want to be hammering that home. If you haven't started your taxes yet, obviously we're not down to crunch time just yet, but why wait? Why wait to get there? And then also considering any new products or services that you have lined up for that time period. And next, we're going to choose a format or a platform on which we're going to create our content calendar. This can be something as simple as a table in Word or PowerPoint or Google Sheets, or if you prefer Excel, that's obviously a little bit more complicated. If you Google content calendar template, a lot of them will be in Excel, and I've found that those can sometimes be a little bit more complex than you really want them to be. You can also use a platform like Trello or Monday.com to keep everything organized. And I actually have an example over here of how you might use Trello for a content calendar. So here I've organized it by channel, and you can see I have the tasks that need to be done for photography and video, email marketing, and then I would go ahead and fill in for social media, SEO, etc. Great thing about a platform like this versus Excel is if you're more of a visual person, it is a lot easier to digest. You can use labels to designate, who this has been delegated to. You can set due dates, you can add checklists right to the platform, and this is a free tool. So I find that if you're just starting out using digital tools for content calendars, Trello is a great place to begin. And once you've chosen your format or platform, you're going to determine your order of operations. Any photo or video content that you're going to need for your email marketing and your social media for the month, that's obviously all going to need to be done first before you can put together the email blasts or schedule the social media posts. So that's what I mean by determine order of operations, determine where it makes sense to start. And of course, delegate as needed. And that's where something like Trello comes in really handy, because if you've delegated something, you can see, oh, who's that with? When did I give them the due date by? And this is a simpler example of a content calendar where if you just want it to be really straightforward, a high-level view of what's going on each week of the month with each of the channels, that's what you've got here as an example. So in our determining order of operations, planning the shot list for the content and shooting the content would have happened in February for March. And then we can go ahead and update our banner and write the copy for the e-blast and create and test it. And so on and so forth. You can see that some things are happening every week, like Google Business Posts. Posting updates there every week is really important for SEO and your local search and discovery. Whereas with blogs, Every week would be awesome. It would be great if we could get a blog up every week. That might not be realistic with our schedule. We might only be able to do one blog post, maybe two blog posts. So that's why you can see the difference there. And in social media, I have scheduled weekly posts here because I've planned this as if I'm the type of person who gets all my photos and videos at the beginning of the month or in the previous month. And then I write the content and schedule them all at once on a weekly basis. But you might have this a little bit differently. You might write and schedule all of your content for March at the end of February, so you don't have to worry about it at all. You might find that you prefer posting more spontaneously and in the moment. And so you would just have a daily task to post today, post today, post today.